always tapping my hand, like tapping. Oh, I look kind of red. Anywho, hello, folks. Hello. Yeah, here I am. TikTok is notifying my viewers are live, and for those of you watching at home on the recording, today is being recorded, and it is what, Thursday the 5th. Hey, Judy. Hey, Judy. Isn't that what they used to say? I'm sure you've never heard that before, huh? So good to see you, folks. I see Mel B. Isn't that somebody who was in the Spice Girls? And Nancy and Ms. Seashell. And I love it. And Crystal is showing up. And I saw Christine. Nice to see you. Very cool. Very cool. And G. Harper, Gen X. I'm all about the Gen X, as you know. Yeah, hey, Jude. There we go. Hey, Jude. Hey, Jude. I'm such a Beatles fan. So good morning. Good morning and good night. What's going on, folks? Good morning from Ohio. Good morning, Ohio. Good morning from Eastern Pennsylvania. Nice to see you. If we haven't met before, my name is Beth. I am a decluttering life coach. My coaching is called Destination Decluttered. Good morning, Tracy. And here I am doing a TikTok live. I do paid one-on-one coaching with people. I have a free mailing list, and I do TikTok lives. I see Vicky and I see Christine, so good to see you guys. And Sherry, nice to see you as well. What do you want to get into today? What do you want to get into today? What is going to help you move forward towards your destination decluttered? There we go. Judy's in Ohio too. I love it. Melissa is saying good morning, and so is Shelly. I ask you a question, so you can ask yourself a question. And this, for whatever reason, is my body is telling me to turn over a page in my notebook and start writing stuff down. So I encourage you, grab a pen, grab a pad of paper, something nice and big. None of these little ditzy little things, like a nice 8.5 by 11 type thing. And just notice what comes to mind when I say, how can I help you today? Now, one of the things we tend to do in coaching, as well as on these TikTok lives, is we celebrate the wins. We feel good. We generate dopamine, for those of us who don't do it easily, ADHD, by reminding ourselves the good things we do. Okay, Ms. Seashell says, I've been making weekly trips to the charity shop, so I'm keeping the faith. There you go. There you go. Yes, every little bit helps. Every visit to the charity shop means fewer items in your home that you have to visit. My husband and I will share with you that we are really getting down to the nitty gritty in our house. He's going to be so excited that there's nothing left of his stuff for me to complain about, because he has a lot of musical equipment that he has saved for years but hasn't used it. So it's a really fun thing to really realize when you get down to suddenly I really don't need to do this major declutter anymore, and I'm just living in a different way. Now, sometimes things do get in your way, and you say, okay, this got in my way yesterday. What am I going to do about it to change it today? So Judy, if you guys remember from yesterday, Judy's daughter got a puppy. Yesterday was rough with the puppy. So today I got up earlier to get stuff done. There we go. I gave her time to play and just put her in her cage now so I could work while I'm listening to you. What a great idea. Notice, Judy, yesterday you were struggling with the pup. Now you came up with a plan that is solving that problem you had yesterday with the pup. You know? Okay, there you go. Laura Gibbon Voorhees, dragged myself out of bed sick, suggest going to wash the dishes, put away laundry, and back to bed. And I will offer this to you and to everybody, and I'm stone cold serious about this. Take care of yourself. Trust that the dishes will wait, the laundry will wait if you really feel sick. If it feels better to stay in bed, stay in bed. But sometimes I do know if you're feeling sick, but you're like, okay, let me just get up and move around and I can do something really surface cluttery. Dishes and laundry are really no-brainers. And then you might feel better going back to bed. But please do not beat yourself up just for the sake of a tidy house. It's not worth it. Yes, and Laura, you have been getting rid of a lot of good stuff. Okay? The neat thing is every day, oh my gosh. I just got a text and I forgot here. Sorry, I'm getting all distracted. because I forgot to shut off my things, but I'm going to focus. Notice how this happens. I'm going to focus. Now I forget what I was going to say. This is what I was going to say. Every day is different. Every day is different. You go out to your car today, you have a different amount of gas, you have a different in your car. You have a different amount of windshield wiper fluid. You have a different amount of oil, and the quality of the oil is maybe degraded. Your tires have more miles on them. Your odometer has more miles on them. Maybe you've got some leaves stuck under the windshield wipers. Every day in your car and in your body and in your brain and in your nervous system, you start out a little bit different. Note that and make a plan that helps take that into account and then what you're going to do with. Laura has been kicking ass getting rid of a lot of stuff. She's now feeling sick. That's okay. Welcome to being humid. Welcome to being human. It might be humid where you are too, but I meant human, okay? Yes, Laura said exactly. I chose no-brainers. The no-brainers, everybody. In my Destination Decluttering lingo, the no-brainers are your surface clutter. The stuff you know what to do with. You don't even need to think about it. Your body just puts it back where it belongs, okay? And nothing else on my to-do list today. Good. There we go. Now, user 6242 says, I missed seeing you live this past week. Oh, that's a bummer. I will share with you in case anybody doesn't know this, and I'm going to improve this. Because it's clear to me, but it's not clear to you guys. So let me just be totally clear. This is on my end. I'm going to do something better. I schedule my TikTok lives. Okay, I schedule them. I know the schedule. If you want to know the schedule, you get on my free mailing list. When you get on my free mailing list, and here's where I realize my process is not as intuitive and sensible as it is. Expect when you sign up for my mailing list, expect an automatic welcome email from me, Beth at Destination Decluttered. It gets hit off automatically. Look for that. In that email, there is a link for where you can go find the TikTok schedule, the invitations to the multiple holiday parties, decluttering parties we're having this month, and all sorts of good stuff. Follow that link, and I always update it. So if you don't know when I am doing a TikTok live and you want to, that's where you find it. Okay? So yeah, I can help you with that. Now, I realize for the amount of people who say, I don't know where the schedule is, I will do something on my part to make that more clear. But even for right now, like I've already come up with a couple of ideas to help that. Know that I schedule these, and if you like to tune in, I do them pretty much for an hour a day. So I'm here at 11 a.m. Eastern. It's 11:09. I'll be here till noontime. And if you want to tune in when I'm here and know the schedule, it's kind of like the TV guide. You know, you look for when it is and you'll factor it in, okay? But you got to get on the mailing list to do that. And then how you get there is to go onto my website, destinationdecluttered.com/join. This is so great. Kate Kager, there must be a mind meld from Phoenixville to Erie. Because Kate, I was just thinking about you. I'm going to meet you at noontime, okay? If you don't have the link for today, I will resend it to you as soon as I'm off TikTok, okay? Oh, yay, awesome. I love this. Great minds thinking alike. Cool. Now, this is very cool, too. Vicky, I'm so excited. I think I'll be able to make at least 3 of the decluttering parties, and I'm excited. Very cool. And here's something I wanted to share with you. We've had decluttering parties before, and I realized when we harness the power of connection and collaboration, we can really do some fun stuff together. The reason there are multiple parties this month is because I know that December is a busy month for everybody. I knew that if I just scheduled one party on one day, a lot of you couldn't make it, and I would feel bad about that. That is why I looked at my schedule and I said, hey, I've got some free time. I'm going to share my free time with the people on my mailing list, the people who want to join one of these declutter parties. The other thing, too, that I think is really important is that notion of when we all do something together, it can be a lot stronger than when we're alone. And I think of this with helping other people. So when we all chip into the pot, We can have a lot more. It doesn't mean you give $100. It means 10 of us gave $10 a piece, or 20 of us gave 5, or 2 of us gave 50. But notice every little bit helps. And I say that because I am charging kind of a cover charge for the declutter parties this month and moving forward for 2 reasons. One is I'm donating 50% of the proceeds to a local women's shelter, because most of us here are women, and most of us feel like we're in a struggle, but there are people out there who are struggling a lot worse than we are. The other reason I'm charging is, first of all, many people suggested, they said, man, I would pay for this. And I know for a stone cold fact, for me, when I pay for a class, it forces me, it encourages me to show up for it. If it were free, I would find excuses. I went to a strength training class at 7 a.m. this morning. I walked downtown in the dark to go lift weights. Who the frick am I anymore? I definitely would have stayed in bed and scrolled on TikTok had I not paid for that class. So I do this to encourage you to show up for yourself, okay? Now again, because Vicki mentioned it, the parties, if you are interested in attending these, all the info is for the people on the mailing list. And if you want to get on the mailing list, that's kind of like the guest list, and then this, whatever, is destinationdecluttered.com/join. It's free, it's low key. There's some good stuff there, okay? So, okay, it says you're going live tomorrow, but that's the last live listed for the whole month. You know why? Because I haven't updated it yet. Do not worry. I will be doing a live tomorrow, and before that, I will add some more for next week. Okay? So there's no need to fear. Underdog is here. And user 6242, I love that you now know where to look for the schedule, and you found it because you also probably saw that green button that said RSVP for the parties. So awesome. You know where to look for that. So very cool. And Vicki, I love that you think the decluttering parties are fantastic. I love it. Yeah, actually, here's the funny thing, German Made. It is so easy. It is a hyperlink to a hidden page on my website. The link is included in the website. I mean, I try to make things so simple. I do. It's just a matter of, and this is where I can't read the email for you. What I can do is declutter the email I send you to be like, here, go to this link to find all the good stuff. Little neon sign with the pointies and stuff like that. Now, Judy has a way of taking a picture of the schedule and then putting it in your calendar. Awesome. All of this, yes, and TV Guide, Gen X Memories, here I am with you. Damn it, Donna. There we go. So, love to see you. Rochelle, love it. Okay, it helps me to know when you're going live. Yeah, that's why I do that. So if you like this. There we go, Abbott Elementary, nice to see you. Join the mailing list day 1, very easy. Very demure, very mindful. Okay. Now, I love this. Cat Just Me says, purging since Christmas decor is going up and clutter goes away easier. Far away. I love that. We are doing some decluttering ourselves when we're putting up the Christmas stuff. And here's an idea that popped up that I really think is, I'm going to do, and I actually shared it with a neighbor who I met in the weight training class, is I don't have tons of Christmas. I've got about 5 average size totes. And even that stuff is probably, they're not all full, but I've organized them a little bit. This year, I'm going to experiment with only putting up half of my Christmas items. I'm going to pick half of my Christmas items. And so, Ms. Seashell, going through your Christmas stuff today too, if you feel overwhelmed by the amount of Christmas stuff you have, or insert your favorite December holiday here, chunk it down. Overwhelmed, we always play opposites here. It's either this way or this way, but it's the opposites. The opposite of overwhelm is down, is chunking it down. Too much, chunk it down. And so one of the things I realized is I'm going to experiment with how is it going to feel for me to only put out half of my Christmas stuff this year, and then check me out. Then I'm going to label the totes that I did not put up this year, and I'm going to say, put these up for Christmas of 2025. I'm going to rotate my stock. It's kind of like the MFA or the Philadelphia Museum or the Barnes. We're going to the Barnes tomorrow. Places don't always have everything up all the time. You can make some of your stuff fresh feeling by not using it all the time, and then you bring it out and it's a brand new thing. A lot of people do that too with kids' toys. Kids get overwhelmed with all they have. Store some away for a month and then do a switcheroo. And then there's fresh things to play with. So that's what I'm going to do with my Christmas stuff this week. Maybe tomorrow, today. I don't know. We're going to get stuff done. Play with that idea. I've never done it before, but it sounds like fun. I like to make things fun to make it easy to get things done. Okay? Listen to me rhyming here. Yo, I'm rapping. I love it. Miss Seashell also decided to get a smaller tree for fewer ornaments to fit on it. So this time of year is a really interesting time for decluttering, because this is one of the few times of year where two things happen for many people. One is, this is the one time of year where many people are bringing out stuff that you packed away 10 months ago, if not a year ago. So you are looking at things, you are bringing things up from storage that you haven't looked at since last year. Many of us are. So there's a whole bunch more stuff you're adding to your house. Speaking of adding things to your house, this is also the time of year in declutter land where much more stuff is coming into your house. People are sending you gifts. I was coaching with an awesome client just moments ago, and I got a text from a neighbor who said, I just dropped something off on your doorstep. She didn't sound like that. Children. She did not sound like Mother Nature in The Year Without a Santa Claus. But I do sometimes. Christmas cards come in the mail. People send you gifts. People, like things show up. More junk mail shows up because everybody's trying to get money from you or have you shop at their store. So notice that is going to happen. And if it makes you feel good, rock on with your bad self. If it doesn't, I can help you with that. And I love this because what we do is we chunk it down. Okay? Miss Seashell chunked it down. Smaller tree, fewer ornaments. Boom. Miss Seashell is also taking a box of books to the free libraries too. I love that. I do that myself. I get them from the little free libraries. I return them for the little free libraries. Rochelle is saying, I feel more peaceful when I don't use all of my Christmas stuff. I just put stuff out until I'm happy. Listen to that, you guys. Listen to that. That is a skill some of us weren't taught, and some of us are still learning. Doing something until it feels good and saying no when it stops feeling good. Like, good, I feel good right here, I'm going to stop. A lot of us do that, don't know how to do that with shopping, with declutter, with clutter, with decorating, with eating, with drinking. So notice that ability to say, I have all this stuff, I'm going to use just the right amount, and stop right there. The other thing too, and everybody's got their own level of energy. My house may look maximalist to you, it may look minimalist to some. Your house may look boring to me, it may look restful to you. Doesn't matter what anybody else does, but notice how what the other people do make you feel. User 8274 says, it stresses me out when people say they decorate 5 trees. It takes all my energy for just one. Well, you know what you learned about yourself right there? You learned something about yourself by how you felt. I don't want to do 5 trees. I can barely do 1. So notice that. I truly hope that the people who decorate the 5 trees have joy while decorating the trees, all 5 of them. And they're not doing it with a sense of obligation and exhaustion. I want you to feel good with your clutter and feel good with your declutter and all of that stuff. Now in our house, I don't enjoy doing the Christmas tree. I don't. If it were just me, I would not have a tree at all. But my husband loves the tree. And the cool thing is we have been together long enough that we went from having a live tree to a big white vintage tree to now we have a smaller vintage aluminum tree. He enjoys putting it up, so that's his role. We have particular ornaments that go on that, and he does that. So that's him. So notice the difference there in the energy in making it. I don't mind when it's up, but if it was left to me, I would not have a tree. That's because what I've done is I've taken all our cool ornaments that I love to look at that tell me stories, and I realize when they're on the tree, I don't see them that much. And also, frankly, decorating the tree is a lot of decision making. I don't like making decisions. I don't like to use my energy. Where's this going to go? Do I put this up? Where does it go? That does not bring me any fun. What I have done is I got a 36-inch round fake wreath, and I wired into them. I hung up all the ornaments that meant something to us. Nowadays, I don't necessarily add any to them, but if one comes in that I really like it, I will make room at the inn for it. Okay? So notice that I do something, you do something. Do not judge yourself against anybody else, but notice how things make you feel. Your clutter is probably, if you're here hanging out with me talking about clutter, your clutter is probably making you feel not good, right? Heavy, weighed down, overwhelmed, exhausted, frustrated, judgy, guilty, shameful. Mary said you'd like to see my wreath live one day. I will do that in a few weeks, yeah, because I'll zhuzh it up a little bit, okay? Notice how your clutter makes you feel. If your clutter makes you feel shitty, I'm here to help you feel the opposite. So I ask you this, what would you rather, how do you want to feel? And this is where, again, my spidey sense, because I coach and I do this with other people, I do it with my one-on-one paid clients, and I do it with myself all the time. What do I want this holiday season, this month? How do I want to feel? How do I want to feel this holiday season? Let's play Mad Libs, okay? Let's play Mad Libs. Do I have my Mad Libs thing here? Oh, it's around here somewhere. I have a Mad Libs thing that when I was decluttering, I'm not kidding, I found my Mad Libs from 1979. See this? Look, those are my 1979 initials right there. Okay? Mad Libs. I want my holiday season this year, I want to feel adjective, adjective, adjective. What are the 3 adjectives that you would Mad Libs your thing? I want to feel adjective, adjective, adjective. I'm going to write mine down. You write yours down too. I love it. Thaddeus and Kellen said, right on advice. Right on. Right on. It's groovy. All right. Yeah. Quigo notices the benefit. Whoa, then storing them would be so much simpler. Yes. The fewer items, and trust me, I am not telling you to go minimalist. It's just a matter of math. The fewer items you have in your home, the easier it is to take care of them. The easier it is to put up your decorations. The easier it is to enjoy them. The easier it is to put it away. Mary says, I get teased about not decorating in decades, but I love not having to take it all down. Mary, you and me both, hon. Yes. Sometimes when you see, oh, I am even that way with shopping now. If I see something, I'm like, well, at some point I'm going to have to give it away. But notice that. If the thought of taking it down overwhelms you, maybe you scale it back. Yeah, maybe you scale it back. There we go. Decorating for the holidays is time-consuming and a lot of work. It is. It consumes your time and it consumes your energy. Now, the funny thing is Mary, the people who tease you about not decorating decades, they may be secretly jealous that you are confident enough in yourself to do what you want and not decorate just because other people want you to. Okay? So Barbara Dean says, this holiday season, I want to feel free, pretty, and healthy. Okay? Free, pretty, and healthy. Okay. So if that's how you want to feel, what are some things you can do to feel healthy? Write down 3 things. Healthy. I'm all about my health now, and because I want to grow old and not be weak. So I'm doing a lot of things for my health now. If anybody saw my video that I did about the free habit tracker you get when you sign up for my mailing list, all of these things have to do with my health. All of them. All right? So I say 3 things. Yeah. What can you do? What are 3 things you can do to make yourself feel pretty? Write down those things. And this is the one that interests me the most because this is my wheelhouse. to help you feel free. Because I don't know what free means to you. Free to be you and me. Free to be you, free to be me. My free may be different from yours. What are some things, how does free feel? When you say free, what does it mean to you? Judy wants to be joyful, stress-free, and appreciative. I hope you're writing these things down. Write it. Joyful. What's going to bring me joy? What's going to give me joy? How can I create joy in my life so I'm full of joy? How can I be on the opposite, stress-free? How can I reduce my stress? How can I be free of stress? What are some things that come to mind? Now, I say all these questions. I don't mean to kind of rat-a-tat-tat them at you. I say this so you have the questions to ask yourself. Then you listen to yourself here and here, and then you write down those things. Okay? This is, my husband's going to grab us a burrito to split. Yes! This is what happens when I don't turn off my notifications. This right here, the power of the pen and the paper, never underestimate it. Sometimes it's a lot better than your computer. Between your computer and your hand and your paper, you can change your life. Okay? So, yep, everybody who's written these down, less is better. Now, this is interesting, German maid. My mom calls me a Scrooge because I don't decorate or put up a tree, but it's because of her I don't decorate. Yes, so notice what you do is because of a story in your life. Everybody, everything that we do, so many things. I guess I won't be absolute, but so many things we all do are from stories up here that make us feel something in here. Yeah. My mother used to go all out for Christmas, and then she's knocked it down, and then I've helped her with that, and I keep on forgetting. I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. I keep forgetting I have a bag of ornaments in the kitchen that were from my mother's house, and I gave them to her in the 80s. I sound like that guy with the vocoder. Yeah, I keep on forgetting that I have a bag of ornaments that's my mom's, that she gave me, that I gave them to her kind of through the 80s and 90s. Now I have to figure out what to do with them in my home. So I'm with you on that one. But notice these things. There we go. Teeny says, I love decor, but I make it easy by starting early. Yes, easy and early. Look it, there's only 2 letters difference in those things. Easy by starting early. Friends make fun of an October tree. So what? Notice the reaction you get when you are in a different step than what is expected. You know? Somebody's being made fun of because you don't decorate at all. Judy's German maid's mom is calling her a Scrooge. Teeny's friends are making fun of her because of an October tree. Notice how when you do what you want, it might create some disturbance in the force with other people. Here's what I say to that. It's because you're showing them how brave you are to do what you want. And you are also showing them that they could do that, but maybe they're afraid to. You know? So, yes. Mary, I told the puppy we were in the Grinch house, standing in the freezing cold for lights. Nope. I love it. All right. There we go. Barbara Dean says, free of this much housework. And I'm helping you solve that. Awesome. Yes, decluttering, you guys. I would not show up in this world, on this planet. Well, actually just on TikTok. I would still be on the planet and in the world. I would not be showing up every single day for an hour of my life doing a TikTok live for you if I did not know how much easier my life is now that I'm decluttered, how much easier it is to maintain my house, how much better I feel with less stuff in my house. And I've upped the vibe in the house too, because everything we have now, we've made a conscious decision to keep it. We love what we have. We've gotten rid of what we don't love. You know? Making room for what brings you joy. Anna says, exercise makes me happy, so you make room for that. You make room for it maybe in your house, maybe in your schedule, maybe in your budget. Those are space, money, and time. Yeah. Okay. Sconson. Ding, 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 ding. I feel like I need the bell to be like, it's the first time. Maybe I'll get a bell. First time somebody mentioned overwhelm. Overwhelm shows up every single day with every single one of us a lot. at least when I do a TikTok live. But notice, I'm so overwhelmed with my unfinished part of the basement, I don't even know where to start. Yeah, you do. You're going to start in the unfinished part of your basement. That's where you go. After that, though, here's what I offer. First of all, before you start anything, treat yourself nicely. Calm down your nervous system, calm down your body, get yourself prepared to do it. It's like going out to your car before you go on a road trip. You got gas in your tank. You've got, the windows are clean. You've got everything's working well. If things aren't working well, including your nervous system, work on that. I can help you with that. The overwhelm is part of that. So I recommend, as many people know, but it bears repeating because repetition is good. Repetition puts that groove in your head to say, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, all I need to do is think of the word down. Breathe down, sit down, calm down, feet on the ground, drink down some water, close down my eyes, turn down the volume. Maybe you write down some things you do know how to do. Writing down, chunking down, okay? Sconson, I don't even know you from Adam, as they say. But I know that when you go down to the basement, the unfinished part of the basement, you're going to see a lot of stuff. I know that. What I want you to start looking for are the things you know what to do with. Trash goes in the trash, recycles go in the recycles. Here's some things I've already decided that need to be donated, and start there. That will get you started, okay? That will get you out of overwhelm and into action, okay? And everybody, those steps that I just outlined, the structure, it's the same with every place you're decluttering. It's almost like, prove me wrong, okay? Yeah, prove me wrong, all right? But the clouds got in my way. Yeah, you're looking at clouds from both sides now. There. Yeah, Ms. Seashell is doing the same thing. I've been overwhelmed too. You're not alone. Right here, we've got 100 people here on this TikTok Live. You are not alone when you get overwhelmed by too much. It's a physical human reaction to too much. However, you don't need to stay in overwhelm. As soon as you recognize it, you can calm it down. And look at Ms. Seashell. I've been overwhelmed too. I just take it one box or tote at a time. I chunk it down. Mary also chunks similar things together. Yes, I call that categories. I categorize things and make chunks. I was working with a client this morning. We chunked down the paperwork that was all over the place and overwhelming. We put it in one place and we chunked it down. Oh my God. The relief and the calmness that was emanating from her over Zoom, because I only coach people on Zoom, and she's in like Wisconsin, Minnesota. It was palpable from the time we got on a call and she was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do, blah, 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 to being like, you know what? Yeah, okay, I got this. I love it. Misty 56, I've taught you a lot. I'm decluttering every day. Rock, I love it. Okay. All right. Now, Carol Saylor, my one room, and freeze. When we were kids, we used to play freeze tag. Here, I'm untagging you so you can run around again. You didn't finish it a year ago. You're stuck right now. Do you want to start again? Okay. This is what you do. You calm down your nervous system. You do know what to do. You are not encased in ice. You are not paralyzed. You are not playing freeze tag. And even if you were, boom, you're not stuck. You do know what to do with some of this stuff. Start there. Start with what you know what to do. And then when you don't know what to do, get help. Get help. That's me. I show up like AAA when you're stuck on the side of the road. I'm pulling up with my tow truck. I will help you, but I will teach you to not get stuck again so I don't have to pull you up with the tow truck. Okay? There we go. Vicky Woody says, I enjoy your live so much. Cool. I hope you're following my TikTok page here. If anybody isn't following it now, this may sound silly, but I'm within a few, followers of hitting like 35,000 followers. And that's a big number to me. 35,000 people? That's probably like twice the size of the little town I'm in, or even worse. or more, or actually, I'm going to look at that. This is me being ADHD. What do you call that? The amount of people that live in there? Census? All right, whatever. I digress. Notice that when you feel better, you do better. Okay? Notice that when you feel better, you do better. As I was saying, if you haven't followed my page yet and you like what you're hearing, if you could just drop me a follow, that would be fun to see the numbers grow. I think when the numbers grow too, it shows me to more people, so more people who are struggling with clutter can get help. Okay? It's population. Thank you, Freckles and Mama Cruzy and Steph. Yes, you guys rock. I was thinking of census, but yes. I would, and I'm going to type it, but I realized I was taking a lot away from our time together. I'm a shitty typist, and I'm cool with that, so I will do that on my own time. But that's, a lot of people I could help, and even you guys right now I'm helping, so I want to pay attention to you guys to help you in the next 20, I'm doing the math, 20, and then there's a little 3s, 23 minutes, okay? Yeah. So, yeah, our thoughts sometimes exaggerate how long it would actually take. Damn it, Donna, this is great. I love this because this is time and time again, what's in your head is a little bit stretchy and swirly. You look at something, ooh, there's a lot. A lot is not a number, a unit of measure unless you're measuring real estate. No. One of the things can help you calm down your nervous system is to assign a number to it. Okay? A number. How long it's going to take. How long? It's going to take me forever to do this. You can't really measure forever because none of us know when the end is near. But what you can say to get you started is, I'm going to show up for 15 minutes of decluttering today. And even if you just show up for 15 minutes of decluttering, your house will look and feel different than it did when you started. And then you lather, rinse, repeat, like they said on the Head and Shoulders bottle. And then you start to feel better. And then you keep on doing it. Okay? So notice that. Danielle, yeah, hey, good to see you. We create our own drama around it a lot of the time. Once you break it down and get going, it's not always as bad as our brains are telling us. Yeah. It is crazy. I remembered hearing, probably on TikTok, because much like you guys, I scroll on TikTok a wicked lot. That's why we get along so well. And I remember hearing somebody say, if we didn't have stories, if we didn't tell ourselves something that we couldn't do it, or something was going to be hard, we would be doing anything we wanted. Like, we would be doing good stuff. I'm not saying bad stuff. But notice this. Drama. A drama is a story. A drama is a story, is words in your head that cause a feeling in your heart. A drama. You create some drama here. Now, sometimes it can be helpful. You have a story up here. It says, my gosh, I'm kicking ass. I'm going to continue to do so. I feel powerful. You go out and you kick ass and be powerful. But when you're telling yourself sad sack stories of how hard it is, how difficult it's going to be, how painful it is, how you've never been able to do it before, wah, wah, sad trombone. We don't want to listen to the sad trombone here, okay? We're going to listen instead to Herb Alpert going ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, a taste of honey. Or as Alan Sherman would say, a waste of money. Household finance stole my pants. Yeah, our brains are so good, but our brains are not, I always think of this, I'm riffing here, but this is how my brain works. There was a song by the Pet Shop Boys. I've got the brains, you've got the looks, let's make lots of money. We all have kind of that creative brain and that analytical brain. The two of them together are unstoppable. When one is running and the other one, when there is an imbalance there, it's not so great. But when those are both working together, this is why I've always said there needs to be a business school built next to an art school. Because both of those people, in order to really feel fulfilled, probably need a little bit of both, right? Some structure and some creativity. And some inspiration and some ways to get that shit done. I have unlocked that for me. I don't even unlocked. I learned, I played it, I experimented. I am here to help you with that. And one of the things you do is you recognize the stories you're telling yourself, and then you say, is this helping me get to where I want to go to, or is this jamming me up? And if it's jamming me up, I'm going to stop telling myself that story, and I'm going to start to tell myself a better story. Okay? I hope that helps. Now, I know I was talking and singing. Welcome to me. Yeah, damn it, Donna. I wasted time complaining about it until I actually started to tackle it. Yeah, we all do it. Complaining is indicating that there is a problem. That's good to be aware of. There's a problem here. But here's me, lovingly. All right, cool. There's something here. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to just sit there and complain about the pebble in your shoe while you're walking and just keep on complaining? Or are you going to freaking do something about it? I grew up raised by a complainer. I did. That was the language I knew from the time I was born until I was like 18 or 25 or 37. It didn't make me feel good, and it really didn't give me the life I wanted. When I stopped complaining and I started paying attention to what I was complaining about and doing something about it, holy mother of God, my life has changed. Okay? Yeah. I love it. Moving forward, upward, and onward. Yes, tell myself I can do it. You know? All right. There we go. Now, Sconson, do you recommend going through each bin and decluttering, or going through all bins, categorizing, declutter? A little bit. There's no real right or wrong way of doing this. It depends on, honestly, you know what it depends on? It's what's in your bins. Are your bins already organized, or are they kind of a mishmash? Now, I know that when I put away my Christmas stuff, I get a little bit of stuff in everything, because all of it is under the guise of Christmas ornaments. I think it might be organized, but it's not hyper-organized. What feels right to you, Sconson? What feels less overwhelming to you and your nervous system? Start to listen to yourself. Listen to yourself all the time. What feels less overwhelming? Now, I know one thing that tends to overwhelm everybody is a lot of stuff. So I will say, you could go through all your bins, but I don't mean opening everything up all at once. There's somebody out there, and who knows, it was maybe even Marie Kondo, who said pull all your clothes out of the closet and put them on the bed. Oh my God, no. I'd be sleeping on the couch because I'd get overwhelmed. I wouldn't know what to do, and I wouldn't be sleeping on my bed. If you want to open up your bins and play matchy-matchy to categorize things, to open them up and say, oh, okay, here's all my Christmas candles. Oh, these are our Christmas records. Yeah, I want those out. Put them in categories, yes. If you are decluttering things, though, I would start small and start to make categories. Don't just pull everything out. Start to categorize immediately. Okay? Now, this is really cool. Good stuff right here. Good stuff. Upbeat is better. Where are we backing up here? Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, being able to ask for help when you need it. Case in point, Laura Voorhees' son already had washed half the dishes. Now, here's an interesting thing. Yeah, most powerful thing to do is to do the things you know how to do, but have the strength. What do I want to phrase this well? Be brave enough to ask for help when you need it. I am telling you that I would not be talking to you today if I had not expanded my comfort zone to admit I needed to help, get some help, and pay for it. I paid to get help in being a coach. I paid to get some help, some training, some certification to become a life coach. I have had to ask for help. Even this morning when I was in my strength training class, I said, I don't know what to do here. I could have done it wrong. I could have stood there and done nothing. It is okay to ask for help. People love to be asked for help. Don't you love to be helpful to somebody? If somebody says, hey, I'm struggling, I would like to think if you're hanging out with me, you better be the type that says, how can I help? Not, no, it's all about me. How can I help? Okay, so ask for help, you know? Yes. Realistic organization. I love it. I'm so reality is so unreal. If my sister Pam were here, she'd finish the rest of them. All right. So, boopity boop. Here's a good one. Asking for help and giving a person the opportunity to give help is a lesson in learning. Yeah. Mayor almost missed my live. I'm here for another 14 minutes. Speaking of helping other people, this is what we are doing. This community that we are part of, if you want to be. If you don't, you can scuttle all along. It's fine. No, you know what I mean? Leave whenever. The clutter that you are struggling with is an abundance. You are an abundant human being. You know this because when you say, I've got too much, it isn't, I have just the right amount. You have too much. Okay? You have too much. And that's okay because it's not making you feel good. Hey, Carla Jane, you better be taking it a little easier today. Oh, you got overdoing it. Okay, I am glad you're taking it easier today, my dear. All right? Take care of yourself and take care of other people. Now, I say this because for those of you who are just joining me, my name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach, and my coaching is called Destination Decluttered. I do one-on-one paid coaching with clients from all over the country on Zoom. I also have a free mailing list, and my mailing list people and my clients, of course, because those are the people that get first dibs on everything. I have 4 declutter parties scheduled for the next 2 weekends. I did that because I know you're busy this holiday season, so I didn't want to have it just on one day and you'd be like, oh crap, I can't make it. So I gave you 4. You can show up for more than one, but I did that to expand the possibility that you could attend one of these. And what I'm doing differently, because I really think it's important for us to remind ourselves of what we do have and how we can help other people, is that there is a cover charge for those. And half of that cover charge, that money you pay to get the link to come to the party, is going to a women's shelter down the street from me. Because there are people that struggle with things that they wish they could be struggling with clutter. They barely have enough. Okay? When you help yourself, you can also help somebody else. Okay? You can also help somebody else. So that's why I'm doing that. If that's of interest to you, sign up for my mailing list, destinationdecluttered.com/join. You'll get an automatic email, so be on the lookout for that. In that email is a hyperlink to a page on my website where all the good stuff is hidden behind the VIP wall just for the people on the mailing list, okay? Yeah. Give yourself grace in the process of life. Yes. Treat yourself kindly. Give yourself grace. That's treating yourself kindly in your head, in your heart, and also in your body. Because our tank's empty. We get tired. We trip over something and hurt ourselves. We also better call the doctor. Okay? Take care of yourself. Rochelle says, I'm signing up for the Sunday classes. Awesome. So I think what she's talking about, 1963, is the declutter parties. I've got 2 Saturdays and 2 Sundays. And here's the deal. I scheduled these specifically on the weekends because I know a lot of you work during the week. I know the weekend tends to be when a lot of stuff happens, but that also tends to be like I can't deal with it during the week, but during the weekend I have more of an opportunity. So Marina, so what I do in these parties, pretty simple, but it's powerful. Community. Sometimes having accountability and feeling like you're not alone can make decluttering easier and fun. So we all show up on Zoom at the same time. I set a timer. You've decided what you want to work on. I've decided what I want to work on. I set a timer for like 20 minutes, and then we go off and do our stuff. I'm there watching the clock. I'm available for any questions, but I trust you to get the stuff done. 20-minute timer goes off. Woo! We celebrate that we did even 20 minutes. Now, if you're feeling groovy, you still keep on going. If you're stuck, we help unstuck you. We set the timer for another 20 minutes, and we lather, rinse, repeat. And we do that, and we also have time to socialize and connect. Especially at this time of year, a lot of people can feel alone, and especially when you think that you're the only person in the world who deals with clutter. Now, I love this. Rochelle says, last time I got my whole bathroom done. I love it. Oh my gosh, Carla, you're right. The parties are awesome, so helpful. I'm wearing my pearls. I will wear my pearls as well. I'm writing down pearls because we have pearls of wisdom. Yep. All right. So if you're interested, that's what we do. And they are so much fun. You get to know people. You're not alone. It's encouraging. Like, we are human energetic creatures. We cannot survive alone. That's why a lot of our fears have to do with that kind of primordial fear of death and abandonment and all that stuff. We work together so much better when we work together. My energy right now is hopefully transmitting itself over the airwaves of Zoom to you, and you're feeling better. And when you feel better, you're going to have better vibes of energy radiating to the lady at the post office. Instead of scowling at her, you're going to smile at her. Maybe you'll open the door for somebody. You'll help somebody with something they're struggling with. We are energetic creatures. So let's get our energy in an energy of feeling good. Feeling groovy. That's what we do. Yeah. Okay, so here's a couple of things. Okay, got your totally helps. Scheduling, I'm all about scheduling. I schedule everything because that helps me get stuff done. Okay, on your TikTok page, where is the sign up for the Zoom? Okay, couple of baby steps for everybody. It's not on the Zoom link. On my website, there is a link to a links page. How you get invited to the parties is you get on the list. You get on the list. You sign up for the mailing list. Only people who are on the mailing list and are my clients get the invites. So if you want to get invited, it's wicked easy, but you do need to do something, and you do need to sign up for the mailing list. And my mailing list is, Destination Decluttered, my website, destinationdecluttered.com. And then you're going to see a form at the bottom of the front page, or you see a little tab that says join. It's the same form, whichever is easier for you. You put in your email address, and you hit, I promise I'm not a robot, or something like that. You hit it. Hopefully then you get a success page. After that success page, you should be looking in your email box. You should be getting an automatic email from me. If you don't, let me know. Email me, Beth at Destination Decluttered. Send me a message here through TikTok. There's ways you can do it. On that welcome email is a link to a page that will be the invitation to the parties. I try to make it simple as possible. Thank you for the little heart hat. Okay? So that's how that works. Okay? Okay. Now, I love this. So many good things. So many good things. Made it through my visit, exhausted, but needed to do it so much. Very cool. There we go. There we go. All right, so Marina, everybody, to keep it pretty easy, this is, again, scheduling. Now, I work with clients all over the country, so I wanted to balance it between East Coast, East, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. So they're at noontime on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and the following, the 14th and the 15th, at noontime Eastern. If you're not Eastern, just do the math, okay? From noon to 1:30. So 90 minutes. And then there is, as I said, there's like a cover charge, but half of that, I'm collecting that up. And at the when all the 4 parties are gone, I can't wait to tell you guys how much money we're donating to this women's shelter down the street that they don't even know that the donation is coming. But it's going to make such a difference in the lives of people who don't have even enough. Never mind too much like us. Sometimes it helps us to remind ourselves to show up for ourselves if we're doing it for other people as well. Okay? So, yeah, everyone helps with tips on different ways to get stuff done. Melissa, thank you. I think I'm having a good hair day. I took a shower. That usually helps. I love this. Laura, if anybody's keeping track, Laura wasn't feeling good, so she picked her decluttering appropriately. She kept it on the surface. Finished dishes and putting away the laundry. I'm going to eat a little, take meds, and go back to bed. She's taking care of herself. Okay. Carla Jane, I hope you're taking care of yourself too. Okay? You guys, we don't do good unless we feel good. And I'm not saying feeling perfect, but make sure your tank of gas is at least at 3/4. If you don't have a 3/4 of a tank of gas, what can you do to get your own tank of energy and focus and feeling good, your vibe at 75%? That's enough, So, and it's fun. I mean, look at this. People are connecting. Laura, I forget what state you're in. I'm in Pennsylvania. Carla's in Alabama. Christina is in California. I know there were some people from Ohio here. Yeah. Okay. Like words from TikTok. There. All right. The dates are this Saturday and Sunday. So the 7th and 8th and the 14th and 15th. Okay? And if you can't make it, please know that this is something that I do every month. Now, I will say this. Again, I listen to you guys. I do listen to you guys. Do not get me wrong. I really listen to my one-on-one clients and then the people on my mailing list. So when my clients said I would love more of these, I made it happen. I'm going to continue that in the new year as best I can. But I share with you that because I'm also a human, so they will not be rigidly assigned every day. I will look at each month, and I will look at a time that feels good, and we'll do it. So sometimes there may be one, sometimes there may be more than one. But it's a wonderful way to show up and especially kind of tackle the stuff that you're kind of dreading. I did myself. I was dragging my tail on some, business paperwork stuff I had to get done. I use this time for myself. Okay? All right, Ellen, I will hold on to my hat when I go outside today. Hope that helps. We've got about 3 minutes here, and then I'm hopping off to do some coaching and stuff like that there. Again, Beth, Destination Decluttered. Follow my TikTok page. Sign up for the mailing list. Wicked easy. Okay? I love this. Miss Seashell says, I donated a bunch of stuff to a charity that took it to the Carolina victims. Yeah. Okay. And I felt better knowing it went to a good cause. We're doing the same thing. I'm not doing it for greedy. I am just the collector and the redistributor. Because if you sent to and they, if you told 2 friends and they told 2 friends, I can then come and say, look at all this stuff. We got it. There we go. I can't do Saturday, but I'm planning on Sunday. Sign up so I know who to send the links to before it gets. Okay. I can declutter but can't get it to charity. I'm sure you can figure out how to do that, Brenda. You can. All right. So baskets of recipe books. Oceanana. That's okay. That's okay. We all grew up in a way where we could only get recipes from books or maybe handed down to us. The world is different now. We have the internet. It is okay to realize that some of the ways we used to get information are slightly outmoded. No, you can totally, 6242, you can totally sign up until beforehand. Yeah, do not stress about it. I'm not stressing you about it. And the great thing is it's Zoom. We can have as many people as we want. Do what works for you. Okay? Do what works for you. Okay? Kate Kager, I just saw your name. I'm going to see you in a few minutes. Yes. You're not, I know. Kate is in Erie. Send her some warm thoughts because, oh my goodness, they've got a wicked lot of snow. Okay? What else do we have? There we go. Somebody's going to donate coats. Yep, you did. Actually, it's great. Oceanana, I totally look forward to seeing you guys. And I will share this with everybody who has signed up and even the people who haven't. This is the first time I've done anything like this, so there may be some bumps along the road. But look what I did. I got started. And we'll figure it out. Oh, TikTok is giving me some little puzzle to do. There we go. Boop. Okay. Grace says, Beth, I can't thank you enough for helping me. I understood that most of my clutter was sentimental. Yeah. Okay. Use little libraries. Love it. No longer intimidated by my own chaos. I just chunk it down as you taught and get on with it. Yeah. No, and Marina, I only gave, they're not classes. Each one of them is going to be the same. It's like lather, rinse, repeat. The only reason there are multiples is because I wanted to give people multiple options to be able to show up and do it. Knowing that your holiday weekends may be busy, I just expanded the ability for you to show up. And there's no pressure at all. Okay? But speaking of pressure, I am mindful of time. We've hit noon o'clock, and I'm going to hop over and talk to Kate Kager. I will see you guys the next time I do a TikTok Live. If you want to know when that is, sign up for the mailing list. It's where all the good stuff begins. Okay? You guys rock. Again, I'll see you the next time on The Muppet Show. Okay?